Hello? 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 Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing. Edit. 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 Ah, there we go. Well, what kind of sweets those were? Alright. So, there's going to be a lot of reading. Just warn you. If you don't like reading, then yeah, probably came to the wrong party, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I've got limited amount of time today because I got work in the morning, so we're gonna kind of get it moving. So say we're playing Fighting Fantasy Classics from Tin Man Games, who were gracious enough to give me a review copy after reaching out to them, so I really appreciate that. They're an indie developer based in Australia, I believe. Judging by our emails, that'd be definitely the case. And basically it's free to play. You can download this right now on Steam and other places where it's available. And you will get bloodbones. All the other ones you'll have to purchase. And it's at a good price at the moment. It's pretty cheap. But it's like a put the Steam page up. Let's check. No, that's PlayStation. That's not Steam. That's PlayStation. Yeah. Alright. So they're on discount at the moment as well. So you can check this out and see if it's as a bike goes by. You can see if it's will be your kind of thing. But it's reading. It's interactive game books basically. 80s and 90s especially. These were a thing where you had a book, some dice, and you were good to go. I thought it was pretty awesome. But definitely an acquired taste nonetheless. Let me just thingamajiggy. Let's just transition in. No, let's not do that yet because I've got windows flying around on face ready. Let me just see this information here. Here we go. So these are going to be UK numbers. So typically they're $2.89 each per book, but on sale at the moment 25% off for £2.60, and there are what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. As I said, one you get one free, hence free to play, which is the bloodbones one. And so I suppose we should go in now, because we're good to go. Oh, wait. Just something that's just my chat windows. Alright. Hi there, Shelley as well. Hi Shelley, hi Corp again. What is happening? Yes, it's very different, guys. If you don't like the reading, then you know. This is not going to be Far Cry. This is going to be like 2 hours or so of something a little different. So it's interactive books basically. This is stuff I used to play as a kid. You'll see in a second. But they digitalized it, so you don't need lab real dice. But yeah, this is not. This is more in the vein of like Wizardry 6th type of level. So yeah. But as I said, Tin Man Games gave us a review copy of this. So I'm going to definitely give it a little showcase. And if people don't like it, wait for the other streams, man. That's what the notifications are for. What can I say? You know. Alright. Just getting my windows right, and then we'll just see what's going on. So I've got it open. I'm going to switch it up now, and you're going to see the stuff that's going on. So let's just do that now. Boom. There we go. Alright. Exactly, corporate. Exactly, man. Exactly. You know. And at the end of the day, when they're nice enough to give you a review copy, you know, I think it's only right to showcase it. And I do like these things. And so, you know, I am a variety streamer, so I'm going to do variety every now and then, you know. But no, it's not going to be to everyone's liking, which is fine. You know, people that do like it will be in Haven right now. Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, corporate game does a lot of retro cool stuff as well. So, got to check out one of your streams, corporate game as well. You do some good. I've seen some good stuff on your Twitter, just crime stuff and all that. But yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it as well. So yeah, if you guys like some alternative stuff as well, corporate game is a good one. Check out. These good people. Alright. So here's our games here, as you can see. Or game books. I thought these was in the wrong order at first, but it's basically it basically seems to be the book issue, so to speak, because this one says 61. This is the free one you get, bloodbones. And then all the other ones you typically purchase. Again, I've been given review copy. So they've awesomely given me all the ones at launch, which is amazing. I want to show you guys something before we start, actually, in the camera mode. Yeah, so let me just get this up. Let's go into big screen once it works. Is my camera working? There we go. While lighting's still just there, let's go into big. That ambient noise you're hearing in the background is what comes in the game. It kind of works. So basically, what we got here. This is these game books originally were presented or written or something by and Cool Man. Hi, buddy. By the way, sorry. Hi, Cool Man. Good to have you, buddy. So these are Steve Jackson Ian Livingstone, as you see it. So I've actually got one of the books. Now, I had at one point, I think I had Deathtrap Dungeon, and possibly I think the Citadel of Chaos as well. Now, I don't know where those are. I can't find them, but this is one of the ones that they had to vote on their website in terms of if it should be, you know, I'm missing one of the Far Cry 5 DLC. Yeah, I know it's coming out soon, isn't it? But yeah, I got the season pass, so that will be happening. I just got to finish the main game first. I've got to have a chat window, that's what it is. And the main chat window is not upgraded. It's gonna minimize. Give me a second. This one. What's this one called? This one is called VFPM. I want the other one. So this is one of them anyway. That's what they had to vote on. I think something else won. And basically with these, let's see. So there they are. There. Jackson. In their youth. If you can see it. There we go. I'm trying to find. So you could buy these books. And 14 million copies sold worldwide. There you go. If you think it's strange or whatever, lots of us bought these books. And lots of us poached them from the library as well. At school and stuff. So yeah, true story. Alright, I'm just gonna put this one popped up. And basically, anyway, you need dice with these typically. You can see here, it's a whole bunch. Bloodbones looks like it's a bit after, because this one's gone up to 53. Just go through it. Yeah. You can see all of them there. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, Citadel of Chaos, Forest of Doom, so on and so forth. Deathtrap Dungeon 6, and that should match the numbers that we see in the game list as well. If we go back to the other camera. So yeah, Deathtrap 6, and it's 6 here as well. Okay. Right, let me just get this other chat window popped up. I've got a little bit of time. We can get about an hour and a half, 2 hours of this. And then I have to knock off to sleep for the morning grind. As is the way of life sometimes. Everything's a little bit slow. That might be because the game's running on the chat windows thingy-majiggy-jiggy-bob. Alright, here we go, it's finally come up. Pop out chat. And finally we're done there. Close that one, minimize that. Let's resize that one. And finally we're good to go. I won't miss any chats. Okay, awesome. Yeah, if you have any technical difficulties on you now, guys, you have to check out the YouTube or Twitch link instead. Because that thing's temperamental over there. What can I do? Alright, I'm losing light rapidly. I wanted to start this earlier, but had to eat and all that. That's not helping much likewise. Anyway, so it says 53 books here. That bloodbones one says 63. 61, sorry. So there's obviously more than when this came out. Year-wise, this came out in... Gosh, I don't know. Did I find that? It says first published 1986. As you see it. Well, you might be able to see if things work out. I can get it focused. There you go. See? This is retro history. Awesome. And what you'd have is you'd have something like this. Enter sheet, encounter boxes, skill stamina. You can see this writing I've written, probably my writings of like 15 years ago maybe. 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. Literally. Because even though I was born 82, this is 86. And I probably discovered these in like probably 90s. So this is pretty crazy. So this is different things as well. So it's basically like a role-playing game but in book form. You know. And if you know about role-playing games back in the 80s and 90s, they obviously were not too far advanced than what these were. Let's show you one or two of the imagery in these. As you can see there. And basically you turn the page to the choices you make. So you don't read it like a normal book, where you go from left to right. Basically you would make a choice, then you'd say turn to page 15 if you go left. Or, you know, go to page 20 or something, and then 20 might be a death scene and so forth. So they really were different and unique and cool. That this now will probably be in a fight encounter. Look at the artwork on these. Freaking awesome. Alright. And then you can see here. Just here as well gives you an example of that choices. If I can get in focus again. Okay, there we go. I must grant you one request. The magic of Dana Una fades a little with his defeat. You restore 1 point of skill, 1 point of luck, or 2 points of stamina. Lose any of these in your battle. You lost any of these in your battle even. What do we ask of the Die Oni? Didn't you say, you know, you can turn 2 or 6 if you were going to go. Where's the secret of singing death? The to 188. How do I slay Akiru, Master of Shadows, or 150? Help me in my quest to slay Akiru. I don't know, let's say we did 206, just for example's sake. So let's hit 206. Let me see. Yeah. Let's get focus again if we can. Camera's near focus. I won't even have to do this in a moment. Come on. Screws up his face in pain and rage. Curse you, mortal, and so forth. And then so on and so on. And then, you know, you'd like die or something. Or win. And then you can put some points into your character sheet. And then you'd use that character sheet points to modify how the dice roll would change. And in RPGs, like especially the classic ones, it's a similar thing they're doing with the points and so forth. It's the same ideology. This one's a really cool picture. Look at that. Freaking awesome. Man, love it. Alright. And I've got a few other ones as well. These are not the Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone ones, but they are similar ideologies. So there you got this one here. There's one's called Virtual Reality Adventure. You can see here this thing with like serpent head snakes and things going on. Necklace of Skulls. Similar idea. Look at that chick. What the hell's going on there? This one is 1990 Asian. 1993. Warbringer's another one I've got. I think this was a game book, right? Let me just check. Yeah, game book. This one had a map. As you can see, I don't expect you to be able to read the details there. There is, believe it or not, as that by goes by, even a Sonic the Hedgehog game book. Look at that. Sonic vs. Sonic adventure free game book. That's crazy. As you see there, legit. Anyways, let's get into it. I just wanted to go through those to show you guys a few of the originals that I can still find. And like I said, this one is actual Steve Jackson Ian Livingstone one, but it's not in this collection yet. But I'll give you an idea. Alright, let's see how we get on then. So, I'll just, so we're obviously already on home. Oh, let's do that, because, you know, reasons. I don't even know if we need the webcam at this point, because it's a bit too dark anyway. This will work. Let me just get this a little closer so that I can actually... There. Perfect. So, 2 people are streaming this in various places, and I think they are, a lot of people are doing the Bloodbones one, because this one's one that's free. So I'm going to try and do one that isn't free, because, I don't know, I might want to see. But maybe we'll start off with just looking at Bloodbones, and then we'll switch to maybe the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. But I remember owning the Citadel of Chaos at one point, and definitely Deathtrap Dungeon, even. And yeah. So let's see what we've got here option wise showing on that might be considering this. So you can create your player, so I'll just use my normal gaming name. And you can pick a portrait here. As you can see. If alright. There you go, you got chicks as well. So in case you're thinking it's like sexist, it's not, you know. Even got rhinoceros looking dudes. Monks. More chicks. Elf chicks. Chicks. Shore chicks. Dudes with serious mutton chop tashes. hooded looking dudes, scarred looking dudes, angry looking dudes, punk looking chicks, Harry Potter looking dudes, older looking dudes and hoods, Xena Royal Princess looking chicks. I'm trying to think of one for this one. Oh. There's a vehicle by first. Damn bikes. And obviously Solid Snake. So if you want to look like Solid Snake, that's available to you. They got you covered there. And this chick looks badass as well. Looks kind of angry though, just saying. And that would be an orc chick. So if you've got like, you know, maybe if you've got iffy dental care, you might want to go with this one. I don't know. And this dude just looks like kind of like, I don't know, half Colin, half Rambo. And I just went with this dude. I think that kind of looks, you know, that's about right. So there you put your name in, got the credits obviously, report a bug, and quit if you want to as well. You know, which is handy when you want to quit, I'm imagining. And we've got some options here. So we've got mood. So what you're hearing at the moment is mood music. So that's Tavern Tales. So it's like we're in a tavern, imagine, you know, having a drink with friends. You can change it up if you want. So we have a foreboding. Whoa, that's loud. Foreboding chorus. Actually, it's not loud. It just starts out that way. Icy Tundra. Nice. Dungeon Delve. All pretty epic sounds to be reading against. Stargazing. Now obviously you could just play your own music if you want to. I think I was using Megalomania intro for the beginning because I was trying to just get in time to get the streaming. I didn't have time to check if they had the raw sounds to use from one of these, but these are pretty sweet. Whoa, I thought I was going to have a sneeze there, so I muted, and then it didn't come out. Denied. Alright. So, let's stick with Tavern Tales for the moment. Why not? But you can also go windowed or full screen. This is full screen right now. It's kind of a borderless full screen almost, because when you click out it does minimize, but it doesn't lock you in if you've got multiple desktops set up like myself. So yeah. And obviously your resolution choices there. Turn off the music, sound effects. Pretty basic option screen, but what more would you need for this kind of experience? Alright. I've got to figure out how to close it. Is it this one? There we go. We're going to start with this one. This is one that most people will beat. And again, this is going to be reading. Because, you know, it's game books. Digitalized. So this is what we did in the day. Bar pen, or not a pen. No. Don't ever use a pen with a game book. Pencil. Bar pencils, bar dice, and hit these. This was like, you know, between video game and board game. So yeah. Alright. Now I've got the death counter thing on the screen because I think there's obviously going to be potentially deaths. I might as well count it. Why not? Let's see what this gallery thing is. Images will appear in the gallery after you have encountered them in the book. Okay, cool. So what, classic, color. Images will appear in the, okay, this is, so it's classic and there's color options. Okay. Now hopefully it's not just 8 images in this particular book, but we'll see. Alright. Oh. Hey there. Whoa. What happened? Was I meant to... what did I do? Oh, wait. No. Did I want to read that? Right there. Go back. Nice fade transitions there. Let me just do this again. There we go. It's at the front. Okay, the dreaded pirate lord Cinnabar, Bloodbones, to those who feared him, was once the scourge of the 12 seas. Now he is back from the dead, seeking revenge with the dark powers of voodoo at his command. But you have revenge of your own in your mind. Cinnabar murdered your family when you were a child. Only you could prevent a new reign of terror by destroying the pirate captain and his crew of cutthroats. Come hell or high water, Bloodbones must be stopped. I've never played this one. I'm gonna minimize them, so refresh another window. That's okay. Never fear. Just the you now one seems to be playing up a bit. Alright. So the author is Jonathan Green, cover art Martin McKenna, and illustrator Tony Hugh. I think I pronounced it. This is version 3, gamebook 61. I just clicked it, I think it just did the thing. So that's cool. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Bloodbones is a fighting fantasy gamebook, an interactive adventure in which you are the hero. You can win only by choosing the correct path, finding equipment, avoiding traps, and surviving combat. Before embarking on an adventure, you must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses with a series of dice rolls. These attributes are recorded on your adventure sheet and include even stamina, skill, luck, and your starting gold pieces. Before making your rolls, you must choose from one of 3 difficulty settings. This gamebook has been designed for optimum challenge on the adventure difficulty mode. For newcomers to fighting fantasy, we recommend adventurer or free read modes. For experienced readers already familiar with printed versions of this gamebook, we recommend hardcore hero mode. What? Alright, right there. Alright, play Bloodbones. What am I saying? I'm gonna end up accidentally calling this Bloodborne. I'm calling it now. It's gonna end up being called Bloodborne. I just know it. Play Bloodbones as it was intended. Your starting stamina and initial gold pieces are what? There you go. Calculate by rolling 2 dice, 2 6-sided dice, I think, or 2 dice 6 plus 12. 2 6-sided dice plus 12. I think. Both your starting luck and skill scores are calculated by rolling 1 dice 6 plus 6. Yeah, I think so. You're also given unlimited bookmarks, which act like placing your fingers between pages. Interesting. Hardcore hero. If you've beaten I almost said Bloodborne again. Bloodbones in adventure mode. Where I've read the printed form of this gamebook before. Test your courage in the port of crabs with ultimate challenge. 2-sided dice plus 12. Nice one. Nice one, JK. You're starting port of crabs with ultimate challenge. Your starting score is calculated by rolling 1 dice 6 plus 4. That's making you weaker. Oh right, I see. You'll start the adventure with only 14 gold pieces. You still receive unlimited bookmarks. Okay. And in free read mode, play oh gosh, I can't stop saying Bloodborne. And for anyone wondering, Bloodborne is a game, a PlayStation exclusive game by From Software, the makers of Dark Souls and Demon Souls and so forth. And the game's called Bloodborne. And this, for whatever reason, I cannot say this title without saying Bloodborne. Alright. Play Bloodbones like an old school cheater. In free read mode, you roll your character exactly the same way you would in adventure mode. But you are given 3 extra options to help easily navigate your way through the book. Rewind, free choice, and heal. These are accessed through the adventure sheet. You may use all 3 of these buttons at any time during your adventure except during combat. Alright, so I just think it's a slight drag to... Yeah, so you just do a slight drag to the direction you want to pull the page. As you see. Very good. During combat, when you may only use the L button. A rewind button, you can move backwards to the previous page. Should you take the wrong direction, you can now back up and choose another path. Okay, this could be interesting. And free choice button, you can unlock all links on any page irrespective of whether they are available. So you can easily negotiate tricky parts of the story even if you do not possess the required conditions or items. Be warned. Navigating the story in this way can sometimes result in odd story outcomes. Okay. Your button, you are able to fully heal yourself at any time, so you will never run out of stamina. Which difficulty do you choose? I think we'll start with Adventurer, which is the way it's meant to play. Again, obviously they can make... Obviously when you were playing these originally, you could take as much liberties as you want, but these will put a little bit of restrictions on us, which is fine. That's why we've got that death counter there. I expect there to be deaths. Speaking of which, maybe if I can, maybe just, if I can get on the page, that'd be kind of cool. Like that. Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna go Adventure, let's go. You've chosen Adventure difficulty mod. I don't know if this was a thing. I don't remember it. Well, obviously it wasn't a thing in the original books. Again, I never had owned or played this particular book, but there was never the ones I had, there was never a difficulty mode as such. Difficulty was pretty much what you selected. Anyway. Before continuing, you must calculate your initial stamina. Your stamina score affects your general constitution, your will to survive, your determination and overall fitness. The higher your stamina score, the longer you will be able to survive. You must roll 2 dice and add 12 to the number rolled. So yeah, as we confirmed earlier. This is then entered into the stamina box on your adventure sheet. Stamina will go up and down during your journey, but if your stamina falls to 0, you die and your adventure is over. If your stamina is getting low, remember to eat some of your provisions. Okay, so now we're going to roll our stamina. Let's see. There we go. Pretty cool looking dice. 9. That's not bad. Considering the maximum would have been rolling 12, right? So that's not bad. That's 3 off the top. That's 12. That's not bad. It's a good start. Alright. Next is determine your skill. Your skill reflects your swordsmanship and general fighting expertise. The higher the better. Your starting skill is determined by rolling 1 die and adding 6 to the number. Okay. This is then entered into the skill box on your adventure sheet. Your adventure sheet can be assessed at any time using the menu at the bottom of the screen. Roll your starting skill. Okay. Here we go. So we get something good. I had a feeling we were going to get low, I don't know why. Jeez. Man, that's not good. Good stamina. Poor skill. 3 would have been average. That's below average, that's not great. Jeez. Alright. Not happy about that. Okay, did I read this? Yeah. Next, determine your luck. Okay, let's hope this is better. Is that play PCs or PCs? Alright, roll your luck. Oh, gold pieces, I think it's 4. Plus a base of 6. That's not bad. It's not bad. We'll take that. Or we have to. We don't have a choice. Next, determine your starting number of gold. Let's see. The amount of gold pieces in your possession are determined by rolling 2 dice and adding 12 to the number. This is then entered into your gold pieces box on your adventure sheet. So remember, before old school days, you'd have to write all the stuff down on that character sheet thing I showed you. It'd be similar to that, but they're going to do it for us. Technology. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. 4 and a 6, we'll take that. That's not bad at all. That's yeah. I think overall not so bad so far. Aim superior adventurers equipment. Alright, oh look at this. This looks really cool. I like the icons they got here. Nice. Very clean. Okay. You begin your adventure with a sword, backpack, tinderbox, gold pieces and a lantern to light your way. Rationing your provisions is key to a successful adventure. They may be consumed at any time, excluding combat. Just letting that loud vehicle go by. And another one comes. They may be consumed at any time, excluding combat, by accessing the adventure sheet. Each meal restores 4 stamina. Be sure to pay close attention to your stamina and restore it regularly. In Bloodbones, you begin your journey with no provisions, regardless of your chosen difficulty. Okay, level. During your quest, you may encounter characters that alter your free scores. Characters and items, sorry. Stamina, skill, and luck. Usually, these scores may only ever be restored to their initial amount. On very rare occasions, a particular page may grant an effect that defies this rule. Aside from these occasions, some magic items may also allow you to exceed your initial scores. Okay. Once you have readied your equipment, there's one more thing you should know. Uh-oh. That sounds ominous. During the adventure, you will notice that howls will pass at key points, usually when you've been doing something for a considerable length of time. This is very important as will become apparent as your adventure progresses. Try not to allow too many howls to pass. That's kind of conspicuous. Alright. Let's go. We're ready. Let's do it. Alright. Maybe I'll add a little bit more drama. Maybe. I don't know.
It all started 10 years ago, when the evil pirate lord, Citadel, murdered your family. At the time, you were only 12 years old, and lived with your family in a small fishing village of Calm Beach on the northern coast of Thunderstone, as a plane goes by. Halfway between the 2 major ports of the kingdom, Harab, Nab, home to all lawful adventurers and sailors, and the sinister port of Crabs. Life in Calm Beach was not easy, but it did have a peaceful security about it. And then a terrible day came. It was a clear summer day in Warming, when the huge, forbidden black galleon sailed into the bay, flying the dreaded flag of the Skull and Crossbones, pirates. The bloodthirsty cutthroats were soon racing up to the beach towards the village. The fighting was swift and bloody. Soon most of the ground folk of Calm Beach had been killed. Your father and 2 siblings dying while trying to defend the village. In the end, the village elders had no choice but to surrender to the marauding raiders and open the village's meager treasure coffers. The cruel pirate captain came ashore from his ship to collect the booty himself. The sight of him filled you with awe and fear. The pirate was a tall, handsome man with a neatly trimmed, pointed black beard and his hair tied back in a ponytail. He was dressed in clothes of a nobleman with a fine scarlet coat trimmed with gold braid and wearing a large tricon hat. At his waist hung a gleaming cutlass, and you could not help noticing that on the back of his right hand was tattooed the image of a grinning black skull. When the raiders had finally gone, filled with feelings of hatred for those who had murdered your family, you asked, that guy? The village soothsayer, who the pirate captain was. That villain is one of the most evil men ever to sail the 12 seas of Titan, was his vehement reply. He's one of the most feared pirate lords of our age, a creature without remorse, a murderer, and a follower of the bloodthirsty voodoo death god, Quinn's Carving, whose mark is the Black Skull. He is Cinnabar, but because of the terrible atrocities he commits, he is also known as bloodbones. From that moment, you vowed that one day you would have your revenge on
Dramatic license. Alright. I'm wondering if I should keep with the deep or just go normal. I don't know. Yeah. Your mother became ill soon after the dreadful day, and 3 years later she died. On your 16th birthday she left Calm Beach. Or Clam, not Calm. Clam Beach, sorry. You left Clam Beach and made your way to Harab Nab, gaining a position of cabin boy on a ship travelling to the distant continent of Alancia. For the last 6 years you have sailed all across the globe, but you never forgot the promise you made to yourself a decade ago. Over many voyages, you have tried to learn as much as you can about the rogue captain. You discovered that Cinnabar's galleon, the Virago, is frequently seen sailing in the waters around Nanakuna Bay, and that he has a hidden base somewhere close to the port of Crabs. You also gleaned as much information as you could about the notorious city. And so, when you decided that you were at last ready to confront your enemy, and a chance on passage on a merchant ship sailing to the port of Crabs came up, you leapt at the opportunity. Vengeance, you are sure, will soon be yours. Or ours, in this case. The port of Crabs is a haven to every pirate, buccaneer and freebooter who ply their trade off the coast of the kingdom of Ruddlestone. Let's see if we can use the keyboard keys. I doubt you can, but yeah, that doesn't work. You have to use your mouse. And left click and slide. Oh wait. Off the coast of the kingdom, I've got a plane going by now, of course. Hey there, let me too hot, so I should better close the window. The ports of Crabs haven to every pirate, buccaneer and freebooter who ply their trade off the coast of the kingdom of Ruddlestone in the old world. As you stand at the prow of the merchantman, looking towards the land, you can make out the ramshackle jumble of buildings of the infamous city and the outline of the old fort that stands above it like some ancient crumbling sentinel. The merchantman bumps against the stone jetty and you quickly disembark. Not only is the port of Crabs one of the most dangerous cities in the old world, but a thick fog is starting to roll in from the sea. It is late afternoon on a chill day in the month of unlocking, and the docks are bustling with activity. I feel like I've read that wrong. It is late afternoon on a chill day. Is that meant to be chilly day, maybe? I don't know. Chill day. In the month of unlocking, yeah. Month of unlocking. Okay. And docks are bustling with activity. Standing close to the quay side is a large old stone building, which looks like it could withstand a battering from Idana, god of the deep, himself. Hanging over its sturdy oak door is a faded sign declaring that this is the Jolly Roger. It seems a good place as any to begin your search for Cinnabar, so you enter the inn. Alright, here we go. The spacious bar inside the Jolly Roger is packed with all manner of scurvy-looking sailors and other lowlifes. The landlord is as big as an ox and has a large anchor tattooed on one arm. This is proper pirates like style. All of the cliches you can think of, we've got it going on here, guys. We're going full-blown pirate here, proper. No one takes any notice of you as you enter, so you approach the bar and order a tankard of ale, costing 1 gold piece. That's probably coming out of our gold, I think. Let's see, can we see our this is our inventory sheet here. Oh, here we go. That's where your picture will go when you pick it. It's our stamina. Our stamina is pretty good. Our skill score is 1, that's 4 because we rolled a 2 plus 6 base. So that's why we've only got 8. That's going to be a problem. Our luck is pretty good as well. I think it was 2 dice as we rolled, and we had a 6 and a 4. So that's pretty good. Does this come out any further? Or? There we go. We can pull it out. Okay, I see. So that's what we have as well. Lantern, backpack, tinderbox. Got a sword. 21 gold pieces. I think that's going to be dropping down to 20 if we just give them a gold piece for some ale. So some people say that's a damn good price for ale. Just saying. Not that I'm a ale drinker or anything, but you know. Alright. You decide to question the landlord about Cinnabar first. Of your tankard of ale, you talk about the weather and the state of trade, and then draw the innkeeper onto the subject of the pirate you seek. I hear the Varago plies these waters, you say. I'm surprised we weren't attacked ourselves. Not anymore it doesn't, the landlord replies. Have you not heard? Cinnabar has been dead these last 6 months. Cinnabar dead. You've come all this way after years of harbouring desires for revenge, only to find that the dreaded pirate lord has already passed from this world. You ask the landlord how he died. Have you not heard? I would have thought that everyone as far as the Diamond Islands would know by now. It all happened last hiding. Listen attentively as the innkeeper relates the tale. It appears that Cinnabar and his crew were emptying the hold of a galley, sailing from the Harabnab to Arkleton? Yeah. In distant Annaland, when the renowned bounty hunter, was that Cohen? Let's go with Cohen. Caught them up in his ship, the Fortune. Unable to escape, Cinnabar and his men had to defend themselves against the crews of the galley and the Cohen. Fierce fighting ensued, with Cinnabar eventually falling at Cohen's hand. Having suffered an incredible number of wounds, his body being lost to the sea. With their leader killed, the surviving members of his crew fled aboard the Varago, returning to the port of Crabs. Soon after, Cinnabar's second-in-command, Merrill the Red, set off in the Varago amid terrible storms, reportedly to recover her captain's body. Some voodoo, I'm guessing. Jeez. Many now believe that the pirate lord's galleon sank, as it has not been seen since, the landlord says, concluding his story. You thank him for his help, and, in a bewildered daze, you make to leave the inn. You console yourself with the thought that, at least, the murderer of your family has, at last, been brought to justice. As you leave the Jolly Roger, you feel someone pulling on your jerkin. Turning around, you discover that an old drunk, slumped at a table by himself, is the one trying to attract your attention. Just because he's dead doesn't mean he's at rest. This is about as acting as you're gonna get, really, from me. You know, just saying. Mutters the drunk. Curious about the drunk's words, you sit down opposite the old man and ask him what he means. Let's just say you don't want to go believing everything, yeah. I know what's going on. Oh yeah. Old Dreg knows. Cinnabar isn't really dead, you see. It's coming back! Oh boy, I'm gonna need some water. The old man says in a harsh whisper, intrigued. You press Dreg to tell you more, but he suddenly becomes serious and looks around the barroom. I was gonna say bathroom there. I was gonna say that can't be right. Bathroom. No. It's barroom. That's better. Alright. The barroom uneasily. Not here. Meet me outside in 10 minutes. I'm guessing this guy is Cockney and drunk. You nod in agreement and leave Jolly Roger. Jolly Roger. Yeah, try saying that 10 times. I miss refresh, something gonna minimize. Don't worry about it. Okay. It's all good. We're safe. Okay. Just marvel at the library while I refresh things inside. Alright. Now turn over, let's do it. So that maybe was originally, no, it can't have been all one page. Yeah. Alright, now turn over. There we go, we got a picture. We got a picture, guys. What? They said colour, but like, I don't see an option for colour. I don't see that. Oh, areas, sort of library, I see recent. Numerical, so you can sort of numerical and alphabetical as well. Nice. Yeah, recent. So obviously I imagine they're gonna add more and more of these books. And they are priced at UK price of, I think it was £2.89 on Steam. Per book, and it's on discount at the moment, so you can get these for like, I think it's £2. Is it £2.12? Wait there. Wait there, guys. We're getting here. We're on PC, so we can do things like this, can't we? We can do things like this. Like magic. Maybe the colour option is in the book tab of settings. I'll have a look in a sec. Okay, let's see. You may be right. Alright, so again, it's giving these guys a little showcase here as well, because again, these guys have been kind enough to give me this review copies of this, which means I essentially got them for free. So I want to kind of give them a little bit of a shout out here as well. The Tin Man Games, good people. So there you go, £2.60 at the moment. So you're thinking it. And again, this Bloodbones one that I'm reading at the moment is free, so you can download this anytime you want and play Bloodbones that we're playing right now, absolutely free. And hopefully I'll quickly showcase one of the paid ones for your consideration. Gosh, I'm going a little bit quick. How long have we been streaming for? Only 56 minutes already, jeez. Ain't got that much time left. Alright, jeez, that's kind of thrown me a bit. Alright, well shoot. Yeah, alright. Oh wait there, restart book rules. Might be in here as well actually. Okay. Here we go, look. This is it. It's in the book options. So you go in the options menu. Then there'll be a book category. You can change your fonts here, guys. Big initials, I'm not sure what that's gonna be. Yeah, that's on already. I imagine all the initials are made big basically. Capitalized. That's the word I want. Quick dice, I imagine that's if you want a quick animation rather than the animation, it probably just shows it. Quick combat, we're not sure yet, we haven't hit no combat. Retro mode, I don't know what that is. I don't know if I dare turn it on. But we'll try for science. If we can. I don't know. I don't know what that's done. But it's there. Did I turn it off again? I turned it off again, that's bad. Oh, okay. Makes it look more booky, I guess. That's classic at the moment. Let's have a look. Color. That's awesome. So I imagine these will be the same original images in the books, but they were black and white, probably, likely, most of them. As I showed you in the beginning of the stream, that a lot of the books, all the books that I possess, game books that I possess, or adventure game books, adventure RPG books, all the pictures are black and white apart from the front cover. So yeah, so they must have done some color work to modernize these, if you want that option. Suppose we can traverse between the two just to appreciate both. So yeah, so you got your classic and you got your color. Beautiful. Alright. And then you've got some rules here as well. Again, you can change the size of the font, style of the font, page speed as well. Slow, normal. Oh, I haven't screwed up, didn't I? There's a rules thing here as well. How do I get out of here? Oh boy, now I've done it. Resume. Excellent. We're still in retro mode, aren't we? What's the core difference? Let's see. Alright, so if you just want to kind of like not have I like the edges of the books, the outline, so I'm going to leave that. And we'll try and remember to switch between colour and... Oh, didn't mean to press that. Colour and black and white. Alright. Yeah. Pretty cool. Alright. So we're on the right page, are we? Yeah. Tendrils of fog are now swirling around the boats in the harbour and oozing along the streets of town. When the 10 minutes are up, you quickly return to the Jolly Roger and sneak down the side alley next to it. Limits and shadows at the end of the narrow alleyway. You can make out 3 figures standing over a fourth. 3 figures standing over a fourth. Cowering on the ground at their feet. Wasting no time, you draw your sword and dash towards them. Hearing you approach, the 3 pirates turn to face you. burly characters are ugly, scarred rogues, and the biggest of them is easily wielding a heavy wooden club in one hand and holding a bullwhip in the other. It looks as if he has some orc blood in his lineage. Yeah, he looks a bit. I think that's this dude here. He's an orc, human orc dude. You can tell by the teeth as well. Got the Jeremy Carr teeth going on. At the pirate's feet. Obviously these guys. I don't know if this is the guy that they were. This is probably the guy they were roughing up. At the pirate's feet lies Dreg. Oh, that's the dude that is our drunk friend. Beaten, bruised, and only just conscious. Jeez. Yeah. Oh gosh. Do we have any kind of orgy? I've got like an orgy thingy-majiggy. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, but we should do it. I've got an orc voice. Let's see. I don't think you'll be able to understand me if I use it though. Where is it? Right there. I've got to find it.
Let's see how this sounds. Yeah, there we go. That works. Alright. Here's the snooper.
Browse the half orc. Is that still the half orc? The next bit? Let me see. Yeah, I think it is him. Alright, back to orc voice.
You're no match for us. By the time we finish with you, you'll be feeding the shrimps. Or rather, shrimps will be feeding you.
The other two pirates burst into a coarse laughter at their companion's joke. Yeah, fish bait. I'm sure they'll be like bitchy sounding type of dudes, you know, kind of like followers, something. Still laughing, the ruffians advance towards you. Apart from the half-orc, there is a well-built, bearded man, missing most of his teeth, and a leaner rogue with two ugly red scars running down the right-hand side of his face. You may be about to engage in your first fighting fantasy battle. Would you like to know more about how combat works? Yeah. We better. Okay guys, this is the combat tutorial, I guess. When you begin a battle in Fighting Fantasy Classics, your adventure sheet will appear at the bottom of the screen, displaying your stamina, skill and luck stats. Above this, the monster encounter sheet will appear, displaying the stamina and skill of your foe. Battles are resolved by rolling two six-sided dice, written as 2d6, so that, as we surmised earlier, as JK kindly confirmed to me. Both you and your enemy, and adding the result of the roll to the respective skill score. This is called the attack strength. This is kind of a standard thing in a lot of RPGs as well, even if you don't see it in your more modern RPGs. It's pretty much how the majority of them work. Well, especially kind of Dungeons and Dragons type ones and things like that. They use the dice type systems where you have your base stats and then they're added to a random roll. But usually they're done in the background and more modern things, obviously. But in this case, we're going to actually see the rolls. Both you and your enemy are adding the result to the roll with the respective skill score. This is called the attack strength. Both set of dice are rolled at the same time. Your dice are white and your opponent's dice are red. Okay. If your attack strength is higher, you have wounded your foe, causing 2 points of stamina damage. If the enemy's attack strength is higher, it has wounded you, causing 2 points of stamina damage. If both attack strength totals are the same, you have avoided each other's blows, resulting in a draw. After hitting your opponent or taking stamina damage, you may use luck to inflict a more serious wound on the creature, or to minimize the effects of a wound you've received. You just select the luck button, which will roll two green six-sided dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your current luck score, you have been lucky. Okay, so that's going to be really helpful, but we got a good amount of luck, but a low skill level, so that's going to be really helpful, definitely. If the number rolled is higher than your current luck score, you have been unlucky. If you're attacking and you are lucky, you have inflicted a severe wound and the enemy loses an extra 2 points of stamina. If you are unlucky, the wound was a mere graze and the creature only loses 1 point of stamina. If you have been wounded and are lucky, you have managed to avoid the full damage of the blow and only lose 1 point of stamina. Conversely, if you have been unlucky and you have taken a more serious blow and lose an extra point of stamina. Okay. Your luck score decreases by 1 point each time you use luck during battle. Oh, right there. Luck score decreases by 1 point each time you use luck during battle. Okay, that makes sense. It's not permanent though, right? Sometimes you have the option to escape combat. If you choose to escape, your foe automatically scores a hit against you, causing 2 stamina points of damage. Such is the price of cowardice. Battles will continue round by round until the stamina scores, or score of either you or your foe, has been reduced to 0. If you come across more than one creature in an encounter, then once the first creature has been defeated, you will automatically begin another battle with the next. Excellent. Back to the situation at hand. Yeah. Alright, we've got 3 against 1. That's kind of unfair, just saying. How will you deal with the ruffians stepping menacingly towards you? Alright, to charge one of the pirates, turn to page 57. 357, I mean. 57. You want to stand firm and prepare to fight the rogues. Turn to 74. Or to try and escape by running back along the alleyway. Turn to 135. I don't know. Let's try charging. I'd charge one of the pirates, turn to 357. Let's do that. Probably gonna end up dead here, guys. Probably gonna be the first death. Let's do it. Actually, should we try a... And there's some is there like a combat sounding music one? Not really. Oh, over there. Alright, here we go. Pirates are not expecting this reaction from you. You're able to wound one of the rogues before they know what is going on. Time to fight. Okay, so this is what they'll tell us to turn to, you know, if it doesn't work out, or if it does work out, conversely. Let's do this. Alright, so the first pirate has 5 stamina and a skill of 6. We can do 5. We just need to beat their score of 5, right? I think it is. No, where's their skill score? I don't know. Do that. Oh yeah, here it is. Did we just lose? Or was that a draw? 6, 7, 9. No, we won that one. That's damage, right? Roll in, tap to continue. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. You hit the first pirate, tap to continue. Alright, so we're still doing the first one. Let's travel up. We don't need to use it yet, let's keep flying. Oh yeah. That's definitely damage. 1710. Beautiful. He's almost gone. Wow, we really lucked out that one. 1-1. Jeez. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Come on, game. That's better. This one's gone. Is it if defeat the first pirate, now you must face the second pirate. 4 and 6. Oh boy. There's more damage again. Oh. This is definitely appropriate music for this. It's a bit louder. Wait there. You turn me up a little. Just a little. There we go. Alright. Okay, there we go. The draw, I think. No. My counting's awful dicey, man. That one's gone. I got a sneeze, I think. Oh boy, I just saved you guys' ears. Haven't we done it? Yeah. We take about 4 damage total. We're triumphant. And if you defeat the scoundrels, boom. I don't think we did the half-orc though. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Half-orc steps forward to fight you, will you face your opponent? If so, turn to 1 and 7. See, to me, I think we should run like bitches now. But we could use our luck. I don't know. He's gonna be high level. Ooh, I think we should run, but Right there. Let's check this bookmarks in. Oh, we can place a bookmark. Place one of your bookmarks to save the game at the current sections. There we go. So we do that now. It's just been saved. Reload this position to tap the bookmark button on the menu at the bottom of the screen. Okay, that's better. That feels better. Alright, dropping his whip. The half-orc moves into attack you with his club. Alright, so there's that. I don't know if there was a difference there. Just place another one, okay. Okay, yeah, there is a difference. So that's when we start the fight. Alright, cool. Oh. Let's do it. His stats are gonna be mad a bit. Oh, it's only 5. Only 5. He's a bum. Yep, that's a hit. Let's use some luck here. Whoa. That's unlucky, isn't it? Shit. It was just a graze. Honest damage. Okay. There we go. He's getting it. He's getting destroyed. Unlucky again. Jeez. The idea of our luck being high was meant to be useful, not constantly failing. Mind you, it does get harder the more you use it, so it's fine now. I think that's a draw there. Nope, we're gonna get hit. Ouch. And I think we've almost got one more. Here we go. Awesome. He's brown. All right. We're gonna need some healing though. Jeez. Last of the pirates falls, and with some relief you sheathe your sword. It looks as if the pirates have beaten Dreg within an inch of his life, and he is failing fast. Failing hard as well. You do your best to make the old man comfortable, and he opens his eyes. Thanks, stranger, he gasps. Well, I'm a goner now. You're up to something, you know. You ask him who he's talking about. Cinnabar's crew. The pirates of the Black Skull. Looking at the hands of Dreg's assailants, you see that each bears the tattoo of a grinning black skull. Is this Dreg still? Yeah, it isn't. I've seen them meeting up again around the taverns in the city. Silas, Gallows, Giljack, Old Crivens, even Malu the witch doctor. They're planning something, alright. Rumour says Merrill the Red from found Cinnabar's body. No, he's not rightly dead. He's not rightly alive either. See? So that voodoo and black magic they meddle in. Not right, it isn't. I've heard tell that they're planning something big tonight. You're thinking old Snide and the guard will be looking into it, but truth be told, no one's been able to locate their hair there. I don't know what's going on with his accent, guys. Just, you know. Drake coughs weakly. He's coming back. We'll all be doomed. Stranger, beware the Black Skull. Bloodbones is coming back. And then he is gone. Laying the old man down, you ponder his last words and what your next action should be. Cinnabar is not really dead. In that case, you may still have a chance for revenge. What did Dreg mean when he said that Cinnabar is not really alive either? Dreg has given you several clues about your enemy and where you should start your search for him. It seems that time is of the essence if you want to stop the pirates of the Black Skull. The old man mentioned that the pirates of the Black Skull were gathering again in the Port of Crabs. They may have hidden a base somewhere in the city, but of course at present you have no idea where it may be. Before leaving Dreg, you search the bodies of his assailants for any further clues. You find nothing helpful, but you do discover that one was carrying a bottle of rum. Drinking the rum will restore 4 stamina points. You have 6 options available to you. Okay, so we can visit some of the taverns and inns ourselves. No, but find out more. We can visit notorious gambling pits, a possible source of information and a way of increasing our gold pieces. Alternatively, it might be a better idea to equip ourselves by visiting the markets before you set out on the quest. We could try to find out about the Black Skull and the cult of Prince Kari. Then again, although the governor... Wait there, so I don't think I'm meant to read this part now. Maybe I am. Wait there. Then again, although Governor 1nteger has certainly allowed the port to remain a safe haven for buccaneers and freebooters, you may do well to get the help of the authorities against Cinnabar. Or you could take the direct approach, abandon your search for further information and instead look for the pirates' hidden base. Jeez, that's not the one we're going to do at all. Alright, I've got to look at my time because I've got to finish pretty early, unfortunately. But I think what we'll do is we'll bookmark. Where's my bookmark? There we go. Can I remove the old ones? Don't know how you do that. Alright. I mean, like, I'm saying though, like, what page is this? This is 327. How do I get rid of these other ones? Use one. No, I want to delete it. I don't know how you delete it. Or if you can. But anyway, I want to just quickly showcase another one. One of the paid ones. And then that would be my little kind of release stream showcase. Of this old school awesomeness. Does it get an option to delete if you click the bookmark on the top left? Let's see. Left. Or like the top left of the actual bookmark itself? Or, oh, wait there, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying, JK. That might be right. Alright, so we've got this one already. Let's just see. Let's try 187. So we've already got bookmarked, so it should be okay. Let's just see. Ah, just right clicked it. Let's see. Ah. Oh. Wait there. 187. Oh, it's just disappearing, it's not deleting. Wait there. I'm not sure. Won't let me. Pressing the delete key now. Oh, it's doubling as well. That's not great. Alright, wait it. Go back. I don't know how you do that. Maybe that's something I need to implement. Because you don't want a whole bunch of doubles. Wait there. Check the galleries. That's one of the images we saw. There is that. See it full screen. Pretty sweet. I don't know. It might not have implemented it yet, or I'm just not knowing how to do it. Okay, anyway. But assume I'm doing it wrong and or they just got to implement it, which I'm sure they'll do in no time. They have a good track record overall, good ratings overall, so you can trust that they'll add that in if it's not there already. Okay, so let's just showcase one more. And then I'll have to call it a stream because like I said about 10 times already, I've got an early one tomorrow. then people can stop having a heart attack about me doing a reading stream. Jeez, calm down. Alright. Warlock of Firetop Mountain, probably? The Warlock of Firetop Mountain is a fighting fantasy game book, interactive adventure. But yeah, this is the same sort of selling thingy as we had before. Yeah, you need to be as wise as an owl, as cunning as a weasel, triumph over the challenges ahead of you. That bit was different from the previous. Dice rolls, yep, same thing there. Improve your sword playing to improve your skill, yep. 3 difficulty settings again, so same sort of deal. Again, we'll go adventure. I played the Warlock of Firetop Mountain exactly how Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone designed it. Very little has been changed from the printed version. The starting skill is calculated by rolling 1 6-sided dice, plus 6. You're also given unlimited bookmarks, which act like placing your fingers between pages. Sometimes multiple times at the moment, fortunately. If you've beaten the original, then you can use difficulty mode. The starting skill will be 1 dice 6 plus 4, so you'll be lower, you'll be weaker health. And there's the free read mode again as well, which gives you, rewinds, free choice, and so forth, and a heal button. Same sort of deal. Let's go adventure. And then we're going to do the roll of the stamina, which is basically your health. You must roll 2 dice and add 12 to the number rolled. Again, it's the same deal. It's not fantastic. That's not terrible either, I suppose. About medium level. Next up is skill. Skill reflects your swordsmanship and general fighting expertise. The higher, the better. Let's roll it. That's good. That's perfect. 6 plus 6, that's maximum skill level. Unlike our other character, that was medium level. Your skill reflects your swordsmanship and... oh, I've read that already. What am I doing? That's your luck time. How's our luck? So we were rolling 1 die and 6 to it again. Medium. Not bad. Average. We got 9 there. Next you must choose a potion to take with you. Your luck's... wait there. Your luck sometimes score indicates how natural lucky person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy kingdom you are about to explore. So that's a new bit there as well. In addition to your other starting equipment, you may take 1 bottle of magical potion which will aid you on your quest. Each potion contains enough for 1 measure, so use it wisely. The potions of skill and strength will fully restore your skill or stamina points, respectively. The potion of fortune will add 1 to your initial luck before fully restoring your luck points. Which potion will you take on your quest? It's different. Potions of so skill, stamina, or luck. Should we go with fortune, I guess, maybe? Because our strength was pretty average though, wasn't it? Yeah, go with fortune. Okay, next is equipment. In your adventure with a sword and a shield, leather armor, a backpack containing provisions, food and drink, and lanterns light your way. Rationing your provisions is key to a successful adventure. They may be consumed at any time, excluding combat. By assessing the adventure sheet, each meal restores 4 stamina. Be sure to pay close attention to stamina and restore it regularly. It's the same deal. So provisions you begin with. Adventurers and free readers start with 10, while hardcore heroes begin with 3. During your quest, you may encounter characters and items that alter your scores, as before. So stamina, skill, and luck. And it's the same sub-description there as well. And once you're ready to your equipment, you may begin. Alright. Let's see. Only a foolhardy adventurer would embark upon such a perilous quest without first finding out as much as possible about the mountain and its treasures. Before your arrival at the foot of Firetop Mountain, you spent several days with the humble townsfolk of a village some 2 days' journey from the base. Being a likable sort of person, you found it easy to get on with the locals. Although they told many stories about the mysterious even, Warlock Sanctuary, you could not feel sure that all, or indeed any, of these were based on fact. The villagers had seen many adventurers pass through on their way to the mountain. Very few ever returned. The journey ahead was extremely dangerous, that you knew for certain. Of those who returned to the village, none contemplated going back to Firetop Mountain. There seemed to be some truth in the rumour that the Warlock's treasure even was stored in a magnificent chest with 2 locks, and the keys to these locks were guarded by various creatures within the dungeons. The Warlock himself was a sorcerer of great power. Some described him as old, others as young. Some said his power came from an enchanted deck of cards, others from the silky black gloves that he wore. The entrance to the mount was guarded by a pack of warty-faced goblins, stupid creatures, fond of their food and drink, and poker as well. Towards the inner chambers, the creatures became more fearsome. To reach the inner chambers, you would have to cross a river. The ferry service was regular, but the ferrymen enjoyed good barter, so you should save a gold piece for the trip. Locals also encourage you to keep a good map of your wanderings, for without a map, you'd end up hopelessly lost within the mountain. When it finally came to your day of leaving, the whole village turned out to wish you a safe journey. Tears came to the eyes of many of the villagers, young and old alike. You couldn't help wondering whether they were tears of sorrow shed by the eyes which would never see you alive again. Alright, our first picture. Nice picture, man. It's like a little kind of cave. The entrance of the Firetop Mountain cave, maybe. Let's have a look at the colour version here. Oh, they've got a map in this one. What the hell? What? This one's got a map. Whoa. Okay. That's crazy. Why is the phone making noise? What was that like? I don't know what that was. PC. Or the, anyway, I don't know. Yeah, let's get the colour version real quickly. Suppose we could do full bottom forest. Where's the thingamajig? I can't see it now. Book should be right. Oh, there we go. Oh, the colour version is even more awesome as well. Look at that. At last, your 2-day hike is over. You unsheathe your sword, lay it on the ground. That's a sword. Lay it on the ground and sigh with relief as you lower yourself down to the most mossy rocks to sit for a moment's rest. You stretch, rub your eyes, and finally look up at Firetop Mountain. The very mountain itself looks menacing. The steep face in front of you looks to have been savaged by the claws of some gigantian beast. Sharp rocky crags jut out at unnatural angles. At the top of the mountain, you can see the eerie red colouring, probably some savage vegetation, which has given the mountains its name. Perhaps no one will ever know exactly what grows up there. As climbing a peak must surely be impossible. The quest lies ahead of you. Across the clearing is a dark... Oh, it's a bit loud, isn't it? Epic but loud. There we go. I'm not finding it now. Okay. First of all, wait. You peer into the gloom to see the dark. No, wait there. No. Just outside of you, across the clearing is a dark cave entrance. You pick up your sword, get to your feet, and consider what dangers may lie ahead. But with determination, you thrust your sword home into its scabbard and approach the cave. And approach the cave. You peer into the gloom to see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. You light your lantern and step warily into the blackness. Cobwebs brush your face. and you hear the scurrying of tiny feet, rats, most likely. You set off into the cave. Okay, so now we should be rocking dungeon music. Alright. After a few yards, you arrive at a junction. Alright, so remember we've got this map. So I guess we'll turn never eat strategies we. Let's go west. Oh boy. There's a black and white original. Looks like he's sleeping. Just chilling out. There is a right hand turn to the north in the passage. Cautiously you approach a sentry post in the corner. And as you look in, you can see a strange goblin-like creature in leather armor asleep at his post. You try to tiptoe past him. I had a feeling this was going to be a test of our luck here. Test of might. Well, no, luck, but you know what I mean. Alright, so let's see if we rate this guy or not. You are lucky, huh? Finally. You need a luck score of 9 or below, and you roll a luck score of 7. Excellent. Awesome. Alright. He does not wake up and remains snoring loudly. You continue on. To your left, on the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. You want to open the door? So we can open the door or press on northwards. This is map. There we go. I imagine it's something you'd have to potentially draw out in the originals with the books, you know. Might have some treasure in there or something. But we'll probably wake him up. We'll have to probably do a luck roll. Yeah, we're feeling lucky. Let's do it. The door opens to reveal a small, smelly room. In the centre of the room is a rickety wooden table on which stands a lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Asleep on a straw mattress in the far corner of the room is a short, stocky creature with an ugly, warty face. Same sort of creature that you found asleep at the sentry post. He must be the guard for the night watch. You may either return to the corridor and press on northwards, or creep into the room and try to look at the box without waking the creature. So let's look at our map again. You can see it's developing. This one's a little bit more. This one's got a little bit more move to it, hasn't it? I think it's the first one, the free one, is at the start quite heavy on the reading, maybe. But this one's moving quickly with some proverbial gameplay. So that's probably something to consider if you're thinking of, you know, buying this or any of the. I should say, the first one obviously is free, but the other ones are paid. This is one of the paid ones, so this one's a bit more pacey, maybe. We're gonna try and hit the box, of course. We have to test our luck again. It could be 9 or less. Boom! Told you guys, we're lucky right now. Feeling it. I can feel it. Coming in here tonight. Just checking that window. 1 second. Alright. Let's refresh this again. And back in. Excellent. Oh, wait there. What about that? Leave the room and open the box in the passage. Inside you find a single piece of gold and a small mouse. It must have been the creature's pet. Keep the coin and release the mouse, which skies off down the passageway. You gain 2 luck points. Oh, nice. That is a save. Right, so the bookmarks are separate for each book, which is handy as well. But I don't know how to delete them yet, if that's a possibility or not, or if that needs to be added. But if it does, I'm sure they'll add it, no problem. Further up the passage along the west wall, you see another door. You listen at it, but hear nothing. If you want to try opening the door, turn to friends. If you want to continue, I'm going to continue this time around. It might be a trap or something. I don't know. Further up the passage on the west wall, You see another similar door. Listen at the door and grimace to hear the worst singing you've ever heard in your life. You want to go into the room to investigate his hideous din, or walk up to the passageway. It's a shame we can't go back now. Yeah, I'll go back. Not from here anyway. This is probably bad checking out this guy singing, but yep, bad move. Door opens to reveal a small room. The room is dirty and unkept. A straw mattress lies in one corner. In the center of the room is a wooden table upon which a candle burns, lighting the room with its flickering flame. A small box rests under the table. Seated around the table are two small creatures with warty skin, dressed in leather armor. They are drinking some sort of grog, and by the way they stagger to their feet on your arrival, you assume they are very drunk. So hopefully we can beat them up if they're drunk, because he's spilling beer and everything, that guy. But hopefully that means that we have the advantage. And he looks kind of depressed, like his missus just left him. This one looks like he's kind of almost scared of him, or actually stealing his alcohol. Or is he giving him some? I'm not sure. I'm sure what's going on with these guys. They're pretty pissed. You may either draw your sword and leap forwards at them, or slam the door quickly and run up the passage. They're sleep on they're pissed. We've got the advantage. Shrunken orcs you now face are obviously startled at your entrance, and as quickly as they are able, they fumble around for the weapons. You must attack each one in turn. Their drunkenness allows you to add 1 point to your skill during this battle. See, there we go. Boom. Oh gosh, 4 though. That's kind of high. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, good start. Uniform 13, that's like destroyed. And what's that? Gunman Tales has posted a new update patch. Gunman Tales. There you go. That's a draw. No, it's not. Wait there, what's going on? Am I counting this wrong? 3 and 6. 3 and 6. We've got +1 to our thingy. But I don't know. Beat the first orc. All I know is they're drunk, it should be easy. 5, 6. We're going to add these scores on with a skill, I think, to it as well. I think we lost that one though. No, we didn't. We got +1, didn't we? I don't know what's going on here. I just know that drunk should mean we had the advantage, and we're just destroying them at the moment for some reason. Every row. This is going to be pretty easy. Even when they get higher score on the roll, they're still getting destroyed. So you should never drink on the job, people. Ever. Excellent. The 2 drunken orcs you now face are obviously started. Oh wait there, no. I'm about to say they can never be started. We just killed them. Get away with that. You wipe your bloodied sword on the mattress. That's cold. They probably just bought that mattress as well. Green blood leaves a slimy stain on the straw. Better see your base skill score, yeah. That's what I was thinking afterwards. I think you're definitely right there. So that means they had no chance in adding to our skill score on top of the dice throw. And their skill score was a little bit lower, wasn't it? Yeah, right you are. Stepping over the bodies towards the table, you flinch at the foul stench of the creatures. You pick up the box from under the table and examine it. It's a small wooden box with crude hinges. The name Ferigo di Maggio is inscribed on a brass nameplate on its lid. If you wish to open the box, turn to it. If it decides to leave it behind and leave the room, no, I'll open the box. Probably should save first though. Just in case. Here we go. Should I be reading this? I'm not sure. Also, there's a small letter bound book. Oh, pardon me. You have 12 skill and they only had 5, yeah. They would have to roll more than 7 points better than you to win. There you go. I thought something was going down. Plus we had +1, didn't we, with because they were drunk. So yeah. That would be why. So that was a good fight to pick. The box has a small leather bound book entitled The Making and Casting of Dragon Fire. Fortunately, it's written in your own language and thus was probably unintelligible to the orcs. otherwise this treasure would certainly not have been as loosely guarded as it was. The book is written in tiny handwriting by Federico DiMaggio. In it he tells the story of his life's work, the creation of Dragonfire spell, which was crafted to fight evil dragons. You read how, in his last years, Federico finally perfected his spell, but then was too old to make use of it. So he completed his book, locked it in a chest and hid it in the depths of Firetop Mountain, afraid of what might happen if it fell into the wrong hands. This is a Dragonfire spell to fight evil dragons. Spells that was too old to make use of it. Okay, I see. And so, let me just see something here. This is what it says here. Last page reads, and so, you now hold this book. You have my life's work in your hands. The power of destruction is yours if you wish it, but do not waste it, unless you use the spell for the purpose which it was intended. You shall be consumed by evil itself and die by the fire from your own hands. Remember, only when the dragon breathes its fire at you should you raise your arms and say, "He kill, Yerif. He come, Yerif. Yerif. Yerif." And DiMaggio, not Mario, DiMaggio! He said his words slowly and softly. Suddenly the pages seem to glow. As the glow disappears, the words on the page fade with it. You repeat the spell to yourself to memorize it and leave the room. I hope we don't have to memorize that for real, like legitimately. You eventually arrive at the end of the passage, a freeway junction. Oh gosh, freeway junction. You may either turn to the west or to the east. Let's keep going west. Passageway runs straight for several meters and then ends at a wooden door. You listen at the door and hear angry shouting even coming from within. Let's turn back. You're back at junction, passage towards eastwards, straight and eastwards. You have another junction passage. You may either go northwards or continue eastwards. Passage ends at a solid wooden door with metal hinges. Listening at the door, you hear strange mutterings and the clatter of what could be pots and pans. Whatever is in there are several of them. You want to go through the door? Or turn back? Turn back! Northwards this time. You see a well-used door on the right-hand east side of the passageway. With your ear to the keyhole, you listen and hear a man screaming for help from inside. When you open the door, all passing noise screams to help him. The door is locked. You may use your skill to try to charge it down. Roll 2 dice. The number rolled is equal to or less than your skill. Wait, there are 2 dice. The number is rolled is equal to or less than your skill. The door bursts open. That's going to be tough. If the number is greater than your skill score, the door remains locked. This is going to be tough. I think we're on 9, aren't we? You read it, 2 dice. Number roll is equal to or less than your skill score. Roll 2 dice. Did we max? We must have maxed on skill, I forgot. Alright, so this can't fail. Yeah, exactly, you're right, yep. Yep, definitely right there, just realised that. We cannot fail. Alright, excellent. And we've got it unlocked. Oh boy. I'm thinking this is a bad idea now. The locked door bursts open and a nauseating stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room, the floor is covered with bones, rotten vegetation and slime. A wild-haired old man, clothed in rags, rushes at you screaming. His beard is long and grey and he is waving an old wooden chair leg. Oh boy. Is he simply insane as he appears, or has this been some kind of trap? You may either shout at him to try and calm him down, or draw yourself and attack him. Let's try and calm him down. You shout, "You are freed, old man," at the top of your voice. Instantly, his rantings cease. He stops dead in his tracks and sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. You talk with him in the hope of discovering some of the secrets of the mountain. He begins to tell you his story. Let's get this back down there. got about 10 more minutes or so. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you, in search of the Warlock's treasure. He was captured by the orcs and thrown into his solitary cell as sort of a pet for the creatures. You ask whether he would like to accompany you in the mountain. He simply wants to leave and see the world again. That's understandable. Hey there, Corey. What's up, buddy? You ask him for advice, but he says he knows little. He advises you pay your respects to the boatman. He tells you that you must pull the right-hand lever on the wall ahead to open the iron gate at the end of the passage. He has also learned that the keys to the boathouse are guarded by a man and his dog. You shake hands, leave the cell, and go your separate ways. You gain +1 luck. Beautiful. Further up the passage, you see a door in the east wall. You listen hard but can hear no sound. You want to open the door to investigate. This one we thought might be a trap, I think, isn't it? Anyway, in any case, it's bookmark again. The thing is that with this bookmarks, you have to remember what page you're on as well. So this is what, 314, I think? Let's try it. The door is firmly locked. You may try to force it to turn. Yeah, let's try to force it because we've got the luck, the skill level maxed, so we can't fail as JK. Write it down. Beautiful. Definitely passed the skill check. Oh yeah. Whoa. Payload, I think. This one's a lot more, this particular game book. Yeah. This one here is definitely got more pace into it and a lot more action going. Versus the Bloodbones one. Bloodbones one is a lot slower paced, I'd say. It's a classic illustration as it would have been in the book. And that's the color version. It's beautiful as well. And let's check out the map so far. There we go. I'm imagining, like I said, I think you'd have to originally draw this out, which would be kind of crazy. Alright. This door splits along its length and you can wrench the timbers apart to let yourself in. A torch hangs from one wall, lighting up a small armory room stacked with swords, shields, helmets, daggers, breastplates and the like. You examine the weaponry and find nothing appearing superior to your own sword. What? However, a circular iron shield with a golden crescent at its center catches your eye. You pick it up and feel its weight on your arm. This shield will aid you in battle by helping to fend off damage. If you are using this shield and a creature wounds you, you may throw 1 die. If you throw a 6, the creature inflicts only 1 point of damage instead of the normal 2. If for some reason the creature would normally only inflict 1 point of damage, then a successful roll of 6 would mean no damage is done. You add the crescent shield to your gear, leave the room and continue up the corridor. Beautiful. Yes. On the east wall of the passages you see another door, this time made of solid metal. Inside that door you hear the sound of tortured screams coming from within. Alright, let's go save again. There definitely are going to be... There's definitely going to need to be a way to delete some of these saves, definitely. If you wish to try opening the door, yeah, we can do it all the time, remember now. Oh, I thought it was a skill check one. Alright, let's see. The door is not locked and opens. The room in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber with various torture devices around the walls. In the center of the room, 2 small hunchbacked creatures are torturing a dwarf who is tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrists. 2 hunchbacks are poking and cutting him viciously with their swords. Jeez. The dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look around angrily at you, as if it were your fault that the dwarf has collapsed. We just got ourselves in a fight for nothing here. You must act quickly, will you? Close the door quickly and continue up the corridor. Draw your sword and try to fight the creatures. Head over to the dwarf, grab him. Give him a jab with your sword and put on an evil laugh for the torturers. We can try and fake them. Head over to the dwarf, give him a jab. That would be the fun option. Shit, let's do it. 2 goblin torturers look at each other, amazed, then look at you. Then They chat to themselves and then indicate for you to wait while they go off and get another dwarf to give them some more fun. Oh shit, did it work? They disappear out of the room and you cut down the dwarf, who is, as you guessed, quite dead. You decide it's best to leave and press on northwards up the corridor. It worked. We faked it. Sheesh. Alright. Okay, so he said something about a right lever, didn't he? I think he said. There's your original black and white. And then you also equally beautiful color. You arrive at the end of the passage, where it meets another going west even, but an iron portcullis blocks your way, and no amount of charging is going to budge it even. On the wall to your right are two levers, and it seems likely that these levers have something to do with the raising the portcullis. Do you wish to pull the right lever or the left lever? I think he said the right lever, and it's going to be a man with a dog, I think he said, so let's see. You hear a deep rumbling noise and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly and noisily the portcullis rises into the ceiling. You may now walk to the junction. You turn west or turn east. I'm going to save, that's what I'm going to do. Let's go west, it's been good to us. Shortly along the passage you arrive at another junction. You may either go straight ahead westwards or northwards. So again the map, as you can see, towards the chamber. It's that armory and back, and it's the portcullis. But yeah. Let's go straight ahead and westwards. As the road continues westwards and then turns due north. Some way up you reach a junction where a narrow passage runs off to the west. Narrow passage. Keep going west. As you walk along the corridor you can see ahead that it's getting narrower. At one point you stoop. As you do so, a deep resonating laugh starts up around you. I'm turning back, guys, because at the end of the day, if we're going down a pathway and all of a sudden we're in that means we need to get out. Alright, we're turning back. Go right back at the junction and turn northwards. Several meters up the passageway you arrive at a junction where you may turn either west or east. Set in the rock in the north wall is a small recess where you may safely rest. Taking a moment to recover your strength, you look at the two paths before you. Let's go eastwards this time, I guess. You follow the passage eastwards for several meters, then it turns to the north. Shortly you reach another junction where you may either go straight on or turn right into an eastwards passage that soon turns north. Let's do this one for some reason. Oh boy. What? This has gone real Alice in Wonderland now. We're in a dungeon, right? What's this? This is crazy. Wait a minute. Like, it looks more fitting, but like Commander Warsong is playing Grand Theft Auto 5, which is awesome. Another streamer as well, by the way. I don't think he's streaming that though. He doesn't stream that. He usually streams like I think it's StarMade or some other one. Anyway, but in color it looks kind of strange. I don't know, but in a cool kind of way. I'm just saying. The passageway ends in a door. You press your ear to it and listen, but hear nothing. Trying the handle, you find that the door opens to reveal a large square room. The room is completely bare, but the floor is covered with a mosaic of tiles. Two shapes stand out on the floor: star-shaped tiles and hand-shaped tiles. The door on the opposite wall is the only way through. Will you walk across the room to the door? Walk across the room, stepping only on stars. Walk across the room, stepping only on hands. We're looking at the picture. I don't know, it looks like the stars maybe could gain us entry. Maybe. We haven't got anything to give. So let's save. Look at the bookmarks now. Gosh. Need to be able to delete these. Some of these ones, man. Crazy. Alright. So you can just walk across the room to the door. Walk across stepping on the stars. Just step on the stars. You tipped up precariously across the room to the door on the north wall. You open the door and proceed through it. The passageway ahead runs northwards and you follow this until you reach another junction. I thought we could just see what happens, but I don't know what bloody page it was. If we went other way, if we went on something else, we'd just probably die, right? I don't know what number it was though. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. I'll just figure that out at some point, if you can delete or not, and how you do it and so forth. I'll probably send them an email about it as well. I'm meant to be potentially getting some keys to give away for this as well. So, yeah. Let's see what happens with that. I assume the latest bookmark would be the top one. Okay, let's try that anyway. So what are we on? 162? Let's try that topmost one, probably. Yeah. Right, you are JK. Alright. Let's try a different path. Let's see what happens. So let's just try walking across nonchalantly. In order to safely cross the room, you must test your luck 3 times. Ah. See that? Look at that. We'll just do it so there's a laugh. Lucky there. Begin to inch your way across the room. Damn it, we're going to probably be lucky all through. This one's a fail. Sadly, your luck has run out. You needed a luck score for 7 or below. You are luck for 10. Remember, it goes down each time you do it. Unlucky 20. Let's see what happens then. I assume that it's... oh, why am I reading the same thing? Something else popped up. Oh, did it just pop up on my screen? That's weird. Anyway. The moment your foot touches a hand tile, you feel a vice-like grip on your ankle and look down to see a ghostly white hand gripping your leg. Oh boy, what? Oh gee. You fight for your balance and manage to regain it, but to your horror, you see that from every hand-shaped tile in the floor, a similar apparition has appeared, and the floor across the door is now scattered with a ghoulish hands. Oh shit. Flexing and snatching in the air. You draw your sword and chop at the hand. You must fight. So that's what happens if you mess up, guys. Just wanted to see. Let's see what their stats are as well. Not bad. I don't know how much sets of hands you have to fight. We'll just quickly play it out and see what happens. I mean, they're pretty low skill, I think. We're really high on the skill, so we pretty much can't really lose in fights. It seems. Such a low skill level, it's like we can't really lose. That's what would happen basically. If we failed, I don't know what would happen, because of how high our skill level is. It's going to be near potentially impossible for us to actually die in this particular setup. Hand withers away and shrinks back into the floor. At the same time, the other hand stopped dead and slowly fade downwards into the tiles. Did that happen in like a Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that? The horror movie classic, isn't it? The hands start popping out and moving. There's someone in there. Someone on you now with a dodge profile picture. They got the dodge going on. I approve, free book. I approve. Very, very good avatar, sir. Or madam. Alright. Decide this time to step on the star-shaped tiles, moving carefully across to the door and all 4. There you go. Door opens. We got 2 luck points for that though. If we did that. It's kind of crazy. We're in that route. But we shouldn't really cheat. But we won't. Let me just see something. Yeah, so it would gain us 2 luck for failing, or for succeeding in the fail. If that made sense. But, you know. Alright, so we do what we originally did, which was be smart, looked at the picture, we saw that the stars leads to the door, the hands are other things, and I think you lost 3 points of luck and only got back 2. Ah, that could be it as well. Because I'm thinking at first maybe it restored automatically, but maybe that's what's going on. That you only, what you lose, and then you only gain what you gain. So you're probably right, it's actually worse off by 1. Yeah. Well, that makes more sense. So I'm going to go with that. So we did that. And then we ended up here. And then I think we, I think I'm going to have to stop that, guys, actually. 10:36, yeah, I'm going to have to stop. But, that was a pretty good showcase overall. I think I'm going to put the fan on. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick up too much. I think overall, that's a good contrast of showing you guys the different whoa, that's too close. Showing you guys the different so obviously the first one was the free one, so it's free to play, and you get the first book, which is Bloodbones, free. It's a bit slower paced, that one was, I think. A lot more reading in the beginning. This one is like just straight in. You're just going into doing stuff, you're getting stuff in, it's nice. I think I prefer this one so far. Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Warlock of Firetop Mountain even. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain even. There you go. So again, these are on sale at the moment. I think it's 2. Is it 2? It's right there. Right there. Right there. My guess. So, as you can see there, they're on sale at the moment, £2.16 per book. We played the Bloodbones one, which is the free one. As you can see, it's free to play. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I was kindly and graciously given review copies of all of these book games, which come up to about £15 value, I think, altogether, from Tin Man Games. So thank you guys again, really appreciate it. But again, it's pretty cheap anyway. And Warlock of Firetop Mountain is looking like a damn good one to buy. If you can only buy one of them so far, I'd say that's definitely one to consider getting, because this is straight in there with the action. Bloodbones seemed a little bit more ready. But if you don't like reading, you're not going to like any of these anyway. Just saying. But if you don't mind reading, these are pretty freaking awesome. The only thing that they need that we haven't found, it needs to delete the previous saves, and probably will be good to be able to write your own description of what's what, because just the number alone is a little bit tricky. But other than that, what it is and what it does, if you are a fighting fantasy book fan person, did I say this? You're gonna freaking love these. I don't see why not. I haven't saved this. Now I have. I can't see why you wouldn't. You know, works well. Obviously, it's not gonna do your system or anything like that. You don't need a super powerful system for it. You just need imagination, a little bit of roleplay, and you know, you're gonna have an awesome time. You've got some history here as well. It works. Let's just see real quickly. Trying to show all the features off. You can go and read in the history of these. Should be pretty awesome. And there they are. I think if I remember, Ian Livingstone had or has some connections with people like also like Peter Molyneux, I think. Who, you know, Peter Molyneux, creator of like Syndicate and Dungeon Keeper and such. So, you know, all these things have their links. Yeah, Games Workshop and so forth. So that's something as well. So you've got the history there you can check out. I ain't got the time to do it right now. I'm just going through real quickly. That's pretty full on. Awesome. I think I've showed pretty much all of the best features of it, all the main features are there. Highly recommend, if you like these kind of things, to go for it. giving it an initial rating, I would say probably between 8 or 9 out of 10, I'd say. Just the fact you can't, at the moment, I can't see a way to delete previous bookmarks or name the bookmarks. But otherwise, if you're the target market, this is beautiful. Looks great. And they're going to be adding more as well. And I think they'll be adding also, I think they'll be adding this one at some point. So in case anyone missed the beginning, this how the original books came for these. And they're the guys again, Ian and Steve. Looking very suave and kind of a, I don't know, Magnum PI looking type of thing going on there. So yeah, I mean, look at this image. Jeez. That's how they looked originally, black and white, as you see. And now, so you've got the option with this, you'll have the option of color as well. Pretty damn sweet, I'd say. So yeah, again, information's in where they let you do information is been placed. It's not a paid promotion or anything, but they did give me copies of this for free, so I wanted to kind of, you know, well, I'll be being honest, give back as well, and definitely check it out and give it a purchase if it's up your alley. I should be getting potentially some free keys, but I'll have to see how we work that out or whatever. We'll see, because I don't know how much people will be how much hardcores will be watching these, but I may just select some people anyway. I think might appreciate it if you know, probably do something like that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do just quickly for the grind again in the morning. Should be hopefully streaming again tomorrow. I think I want to try and get the Evil Within 2 finished, so I want to probably get that in the afternoon probably. And I don't know, maybe we'll try and slot some of this, more of this in. I don't know. We'll have to see, because I know people get a little bit funny about these things, aren't they? Or I may LP, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But definitely get it if you like these kind of things. It's all there. It certainly makes it easier, but without losing any of the essence of the originals. Faithful, awesome, sexy, and affordable as well. So thank you guys for watching and staying in. If you stayed in, you're hardcore. Appreciate you guys, and thank you again to Tinman Games. Thank you guys. Thank you as well, Amelia. Thank you for the keys. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry for it to be a little bit earlier than usual, but I'm just squeezing it in. Waiting to get it in on the release date. I was trying to get it in pre-release actually, but the keys weren't working, unfortunately. But they did give me it before the release, so I really appreciate that. So thank you again, guys. And I think that will be it really. There's not really anything else to say. Go and check it out. Go and buy it. It's your type of thing and you're not allergic to reading. Just saying. Seems to be a lot of people allergic to reading and freaking out. You're reading, man. No, reading. I want to see guns and shit. People getting shot. No, reading. Oh, jeez. Reading books. Oh, Jesus. Or it'd be like, books. Give me WhatsApp.
Please, no books. Give me WhatsApp and Facebook. I can't handle books. Don't read to me. Please. Save me from reading. Reading. Why you just shoot people in the face? Why did you have to read? How dare you stream reading? Why can't you just shoot people? Like everyone else? Why can't you just play freaking Fortnite? What's wrong with you, man? Why? I'm gonna develop brain cells now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you guys anyway, that you guys that can handle it and that. Appreciate you guys and the ones that have the versatility for it and that. Thank you very much. And I'm kind of blind on the screen at the moment. You guys have a fantastic night anyway, whatever you're doing tomorrow. Hope it's all great and goes smoothly, whether it's work or chilling or leisure. Hope you have an absolutely blessed and fantastic day. Thank you again. And I guess I need to do one of those fancy transition screen things. Maybe this one? I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Ikti, thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. Couldn't stream as long as normal, but thanks for coming in though, Ikti. And you have a great day as well, yeah? Cheers.